I've been on iRacing for a few years now. I've actually become a pretty solid sim racer. Earned my A license in road racing, got a decent driver rating, not world class or anything, but I can hold my own. Now, oval racing, that's been more of a side hobby. I've run the Rookie Street Stock Series, done some laps at Daytona and Talladega, fun stuff, but I'd never really taken oval seriously until this week. So I decided to go all in, feet first. This week's iRacing schedule had the ARCA Menard Series at Bristol. So naturally, I did what any overconfident sim racer does. I bought the ARCA Chevy SS in Bristol Motor Speedway and jumped right in. Now here's the thing. Anyone who knows me on iRacing knows I normally take this stuff seriously. I put in hours of practice, watch race videos, run dozens of laps, learn the line, understand the track. I know it's just a sim, but I want to be the best I can be. But not this time. No prep, no study, just a good feeling. I hopped into a practice session and my lap times are spot on. I mean, from lap 1, I'm crushing it. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, I've got this. I'm just turning left. How hard can it be? Yeah, go ahead and spot the overconfidence. So race time comes. I qualified 10th, and within a few laps, I'm up in the top 5. I'm dodging wrecks, passing cars, feeling like Dale Earnhardt Jr. in a sim rig. For 40 laps, I was on fire. Then my spotter chimes in and says something like, right front tire's getting cooked. Not a direct quote, but that was the message. And he was right. Within a lap, the car stops turning. I'm sliding up the track, bouncing off walls and other cars, trying to hang on. I go from 0 incident points to 16 in the span of maybe 15 laps. One more point and I'm done. And on lap 60, I brush the wall and touch another car, and just like that, DQ'd. First disqualification I've had in 4 years. From a top 5 to 18th. And the guys that were behind me wrecked out early. Now, nobody else saw it, but I felt it. I knew better. I skipped the work, ignored everything else, and I paid the price. All because I thought I had it in the bag. The worst part about the race at Bristol wasn't the DQ. It wasn't finishing 18th. It was knowing I did it to myself. Because here's the truth. Bristol is one of those tracks that demands respect. It's tight, it's fast, it eats your tires alive, and I ignored all of that. I did no prep, didn't study tire wear, didn't test for long runs, didn't work on saving the right front. I didn't even think about it. Well, I take that back. I thought about it once. But what I did do? I went in thinking, I've got this. I'm fast in practice. I've raced Bristol on other sims. This'll be fine. But Bristol doesn't care how fast you are in the first 10 laps. It cares how smart you are in the last 30. That's what failure does. It slaps the overconfidence out of you. It exposes what you skipped. It reminds you that talent without preparation is just potential waiting to crash. And as much as it stung, I needed that race because that kind of failure doesn't just bruise your ego, it sharpens your focus. You don't learn much from a win where everything goes right. You learn from the ones where everything goes wrong, and you're the reason. After that race, I'll be honest, I was frustrated. Not mad at iRacing, not mad at other drivers, mad at me. I sat there thinking, you know better. You've done the prep before. You've put in the laps, so why didn't you this time? And that's where the real moment happens. Not in the failure, but in what you do next. You can either let it spiral, get bitter, blame the sim, rage quit, or you can take the hit, reset, and ask the only question that actually matters. What do I do with this? For me, it meant going back and doing what I should have done in the first place. Watching laps, learning how Bristol changes after 20, 30, 40 laps. Running practice sets with tire wear in mind, focusing on how to manage, not just attack. And when I went back to race again, I didn't do great, but I finished the race, and I finished better than I did the first time. Because the truth is, it's all about learning. Because failure by itself doesn't teach you anything. It's only useful if you do something with it. And if you're willing to look at it honestly, without excuses, without ego, that's where you get better. Yeah, this all happened in iRacing. It's just a sim. But the lesson, it goes way beyond virtual racing. This is life. You can skip the prep, overestimate your ability, coast on past wins, and life will hand you your own version of a DQ. It doesn't matter if it's business, relationships, or anything else. You go in thinking I've got this without respecting the details, the grind, the work. It catches up to you, and fast. But just like Bristol, the point isn't to be perfect. The point is to learn how to handle the turns when they start tightening up, how to stop burning your tires too early, how to hang in when the handling disappears and things get rough. And most of all, how to reset, come back better, and keep showing up. Because whether it's behind the wheel or just showing up in your own life, failure isn't the end. It's the moment you decide who you're going to be next. Now go make something happen.